Hello everyone, welcome to OET for Practice YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about OET writing assessment criteria. As you all know, your performance is scored against 6 criteria, and receives a band score for each criterion. Now, we are going to discuss one of the criteria, purpose. Kindly watch the video till the end for better understanding. Purpose is the first of 6 assessment categories that OET assessors use to score your writing subtest performance. Understanding what we mean by purpose, and what is expected of you, can go a long way to helping you get the score you want. You can break purpose up into 2 parts, immediately apparent, and sufficiently expanding. Each requires you to identify and understand the purpose of your letter through the writing task and the case notes. The first part of purpose is ensuring the reason for the letter is immediately apparent. In other words, making it clear why you are writing the letter and why the reader should read it. In most cases, the writing task is the best way to understand the purpose of your letter. However, if the writing task doesn't have all the information you need, don't panic. You should be able to find the rest of the information in the final section of the case notes. Let's take a look at some examples that walk you through finding the purpose in either the writing task or the case notes. The writing task is located at the end of the case notes, and will often include the type of letter you need to write as well as the letter's main topic. Here's our first example. In the above example, you can see that this is a referral letter about further management of Mr. Sharma's sugar levels. Let's look at the second example. In this example, the writing task tells you that this is a discharge letter about Mr. Spencer's recent treatment history. If the writing task hasn't given you all the information you need to understand the type of letter, or the main topic, you can usually find it in the final section of the case notes, just above the writing task. Take a look at our third example below. This example is a letter of transfer requesting ongoing monitoring for this patient. This writing task doesn't include the type of letter, however, it is supplied in the final note of the case notes, just above the writing task. Here, you can see another 3 examples has a different purpose, which you must demonstrate at the beginning of your letter. Take a look below to see an introductory sentence for each of the 3 examples. Each example is clearly personalized to the patient's situation, and uses appropriate language to explain the reason for writing. Let's look at the format. Many candidates start their letters with, "I am writing to refer." Sometimes, this is appropriate, but not all tasks ask you to write a referral letter. Depending on the type of letter you are asked to write, there are other verbs which are equally or more appropriate. Examples of these other verbs include The second part of purpose is to sufficiently expand the reason for the letter later in the letter with more details. When explaining the reason for writing the letter, it is normal to do this at a high level. For example, The reader is clear about the situation from this high-level explanation, but they will need more detail to continue caring for the patient adequately. This detail may come in any of the paragraphs, but it is most often covered in the last paragraph. Expanding the purpose includes providing details such as how often the reader should interact with the patient, what specific activities they should support the patient with, etc. Using our 3 examples, notice how the sample sentences below expand on the initial reason for writing. Again, the important point to notice is that all 3 examples are personalized to the situation, and use language appropriate to describe it. Achieving full marks in purpose is based on whether you are prepared to be flexible in the test, and not rely on pre-learned phrases and sentences. Using the case notes to help you to write something personalized and meaningful to the reader will help you achieve full marks for purpose. There are a lot to know about criteria while writing a letter. I hope this video was helpful. Please share this video with your OET friends. See you in another video.